Welcome to back. Today's topic that is the blood supply in kidney. That what is the amount of blood which is supplied in kidney? I want to tell you that brace 1100 to 1200 milliliter per minute blood supply in kidney including both kidneys. Okay, including both kidneys 1100 to 1200 milliliter blood supplied per minute. Okay, blood supply in kidney 1100 to 1200 milliliter per minute including both lungs blood supplied in kidney. Okay, second point, that is what is the renal plasma flow, that is denoted by RPF. So what is renal plasma flow? So volume of blood plasma supplied per minute in kidney is called renal plasma flow. Okay, volume of renal, you know good way that what is means by renal means kidney. And what is renal plasma flow? Volume of blood plasma supplied per minute in kidney is called renal plasma flow. That amount is 650 milliliter per minute. Renal plasma flow, that is 650 milliliter per minute. But glomerular filtration rate, what is the glomerular filtration rate? The volume of glomerular filtrate formed per minute due to filtration of blood plasma, that is glomerular filtration rate 125 milliliter per minute or 180 liter per day. Each topic, that is filtration fraction. And what is filtration fraction? Today we will know, and we will take the complete knowledge of tubular reabsorption also. So first of all, we will know that what is the filtration fraction. The filtration fraction is the percentage of volume of glomerular filtrate in respect of volume of blood plasma per minute. Okay, what is the filtration fraction? The filtration fraction is the percentage volume of glomerular filtrate. Percentage volume of glomerular filtrate in respect of volume of blood plasma formed per minute. How will filtration fraction you will got by glomerular filtration rate by renal plasma flow 100. Okay, so this is the glomerular filtration rate, that is happen 125. A renal plasma flow, that is 650 milliliter. 100 you will got the 20% per minute, that is filtration fraction. So what is the 20%? Of which 20%? The 20% of filtration fraction is 20% of glomerular filtrate. Okay, filtration fraction is 20% per minute of glomerular filtrate. This means glomerular filtrate or 20% of glomerular filtrate. This is the filtration fraction. How will you got glomerular filtrate? Glomerular filtrate you will got by blood minus formed element plus plasma protein. Okay, glomerular filtrate you will got by blood minus formed element plus plasma protein. Of this 20% is the filtration fraction. This means filtration fraction is 20% of glomerular filtrate per minute. Okay, this is the filtration fraction. Okay, you were told that filtration fraction is the 20% per minute, but of which 20%? There is 20% of glomerular filtrate is filtration fraction. Okay, after that, one note is present here, that is the glomerular filtrate are diagnosed by help of urine and renal plasma flow by help of PAHA, para amino hypuric acid. Para, that stands for para amino hypuric acid. Okay, glomerular filtrate are diagnosed by help of urine and renal plasma flow by help of PAHA, para amino hypuric acid. Okay, second matter, that is the tubular reabsorption. What is the tubular reabsorption? The tubular reabsorption, this is the 99% of total material of glomerular filtrate are reabsorbed in blood. Tubular reabsorption, that is 99% of total material of glomerular filtrate are reabsorbed in blood. 99% of total material of glomerular filtrate are reabsorbed in blood. Okay, and maximum reabsorption occur from proximal convoluted tubule. Maximum reabsorption occurs from proximal convoluted tubule and minimum from Henne's loop. Proximal convoluted tubule and Henne's loop is the type of nephron, part of nephron, not a type but part of nephron. Proximal convoluted tubule, Henne's loop and distal convoluted tubule, this is the part of nephron. So maximum reabsorption occur from proximal convoluted tubule and minimum reabsorption from Henne's loop. Okay, descending loop, this is a very important point, that descending loop of Henne's loop, descending limb of Henne's loop, not forget this point. Why not you forget all point, but never forget this point? Now which I am saying, that descending limb of Henne's loop is permeable only for water. Descending limb of Henne's loop is permeable only for water, and ascending limb of Henne's loop is permeable only for NaCl. Okay, descending limb, never forget, descending limb of Henne's loop is permeable only for water, and ascending limb of Henne's loop is permeable only for NaCl. Okay, never forget this point, because this is the very important questions, and in the many exams this question is asked. Okay, so you never forget this point. Why not you forget all points of this, but never forget this point, that a descending limb of Henne's loop is permeable only for water, and ascending limb of Henne's loop is permeable only for NaCl. Okay, next point, that is reabsorption from proximal convoluted tubule. Reabsorption from proximal convoluted tubule. Okay, reabsorption from proximal convoluted tubule. From the proximal convoluted tubule, reabsorption happens 75 to 80% water passively. From the proximal convoluted tubule, reabsorption from proximal convoluted tubule, 75 to 80% water reabsorption will happen passively, and 75 to 80% electrolyte passively or actively. Merely glucose, amino acid, fatty acid, vitamins reabsorption happen actively and passively. Here you are seeing that 75 to 80% water passively reabsorption happen, okay, and 75 to 80% reabsorption of electrolytes, okay, 75 to 80% water passively and 75 to 80% electrolyte passively and actively. Here in the electrolytes that is present sodium ions, chlorine ions, potassium ions and calcium ions. This is the electrolytes. That absorption will happen from proximal convoluted tubule 75 to 80%. Okay, but from the water, absorption of water is also 75 to 80% of water passively and 75 to 80% of electrolytes passively or actively. Okay, in this chapter you remember one matter is this, that descending limb of Henel's loop is permeable only for water and ascending limb of Henel's loop is permeable only for NaCl. This is the very necessary point. You never forget this point. But why not just forget all points but never forget this point, that descending limb of Henel's loop is permeable only for water and ascending limb of Henel's loop is permeable only for NaCl. Okay, topic that is reabsorption from Henel's loop. That is the all part of kidneys. And Henel's loop, that is the part of nephron. And nephron is part of kidney. This means nephron is the unit of kidney. And Henel's loop, that is the part of nephron. Okay. Henel's loop is a part of nephron. Then today we will discuss about the reabsorption from Henel's loop. What is reabsorbed? Of which things reabsorption is happened from the Henel's loop? Then when we study about the Henel's loop, then we study about two things. One is descending limb and other is ascending limb. Descending limb that absorb reabsorption of water 5% passively. This means from the descending limb is a part of Henel's loop, and from the descending limb reabsorption of water 5% will be passively. That is by passively, not actively. Passively reabsorption of water 5%. Okay, and from the ascending limb of Henel's loop, reabsorption of NaCl only. Okay, can you see here that from ascending loop, reabsorption of NaCl, sodium chloride only, and from the descending limb, reabsorption of water 5% passively. Okay, and from the ascending limb, reabsorption of NaCl only. Okay, second point, that is reabsorption from distal convoluted tubule. Okay, you know good way that one nephron has three parts. First part is called proximal convoluted tubule. Second part is called Henel's loop. Okay, and Henel's loop is two parts. One is ascending limb, another is descending limb, and third part is called distal convoluted tubule. Okay, distal convoluted tubule, its name is distal. Why? Because this is a present away. but proximal convoluted away from the convoluted tube. So its name is distal convoluted tube, but proximal convoluted tube. Proximal means near. That is present near convoluted tube. So that's the name is proximal convoluted tube, and its name is distal convoluted tube. Okay. So reabsorption from distal convoluted tube. Okay. Comes here. First is conditional reabsorption of water. Conditional reabsorption of water 30% under influence of ADH. This means vasopression. Okay. Vasopression. Okay. Second, conditional and active reabsorption of sodium ion. Conditional and active reabsorption of sodium ion by aldosterone. What is aldosterone? That is the mineral corticoid. Okay. This means third point is chloride ion passively reabsorbed due to electric gradient, and water reabsorbed passively due to osmotic gradient indirectly by aldosterone, salt retention hormone. Aldosterone is salt retention hormone. Fourth point, that is other electrolytes ions are also reabsorbed from distal convoluted tubule. This means absorption from the distal convoluted tubule. Reabsorption from distal convoluted tubule is water. Okay, 30% under influence of ADS. This is the conditional reabsorption of water. If ADS influence will not happen, then water reabsorption will not happen distal convoluted tubule. So it is conditional reabsorption. If ADS secretion will happen, then water reabsorption will happen. Neither not happen. Okay. This means water reabsorption will happen. This is the conditional. This is also conditional. Active reabsorption of sodium ion, water, sodium ion. Third, chloride ion. Okay. And fourth, also others ions. But condition is available. Water reabsorption will happen if ADS secretion will happen. Sodium reabsorption will happen when aldosterone secretion will happen. Aldosterone is present, then sodium ions reabsorption will happen. Okay. Chloride ion passively reabsorbed due to electric gradient, and water reabsorbed passively due to osmotic gradient indirectly by aldosterone. Okay. This means from the distal convoluted tubule, water reabsorption will happen. Okay. Sodium ion absorption is happen. Chloride ion absorption is happen. Okay. Next. Next point, that is reabsorption from collecting duct. What things of which reabsorption will happen from collecting duct? Means water and urea. Water and urea reabsorption will happen from collecting duct, but not actively. Water and urea reabsorption will happen from collecting duct by passively. Okay, passively. Okay. Okay. That reabsorption from collecting duct, water and urea passively. Next point, next topic, that is the secretion. Tubular secretion from proximal convoluted tubule. Okay. What is secreted from the proximal convoluted tubule comes here, care here and know. Secretion, that is tubular secretion from proximal convoluted tubule, that is ammonia. From proximal convoluted tubule, secretion from proximal convoluted tubule, ammonia, hydrogen ion, potassium, and some drugs, creatinine, hypuric acid. Okay, this secretion is happening. This all is secreted by proximal convoluted tubule. Okay. Next, that is from Henne's loop. Urea in ascending limb. Secretion from Henne's loop. Secretion from Henne's loop. Urea in ascending limb, and from distal convoluted tubule, hydrogen ion, potassium ion, mainly. Hydrogen ion, potassium ion, mainly. Okay. Here, 3 points, you know that. One nephron has 3 parts. Proximal convoluted tubule, Henne's loop, and distal convoluted tubule. Secretion from the proximal convoluted tubule is ammonia, hydrogen ion, potassium ion, some drugs, creatinine and hypuric acid. Secretion from Henne's loop, that is urea in ascending limb. Okay, and from distal convoluted tubule, that is hydrogen ion and potassium ion mainly. Okay. Okay, today's topic, that is regulation of function of kidney. How will function of kidney regulate? Today we will know. First point, that is regulation of function of kidney by RAS. Regulation of kidney function, this is the today's topic. And in that, first point is regulation by RAS. Of which regulation? Function of kidney. This means kidney function is regulation by RAS. Okay. So first point, that is the what is the complete names of RAS? What is the complete name of RAS? So complete name of RAS, this means RAS stands for renin angiotensin aldosterone system. Renin angiotensin aldosterone system. Okay. And what is the work of RAS? Okay. And how will function of kidney regulate by RAS? Now we will know. Okay. To come here and try to understand good way all matters of mind what I am saying. Okay. First, that is regulation by RAS. It becomes activated. RAS when RAS activated. So RAS becomes activated when blood sodium level decreases. RAS activated when blood sodium level decreases. Blood volume and blood pressure decreases. Okay. Glomerular filtration rate of kidney decreases. Glomerular hydrostatic pressure decreases. At that time, RAS activated. And what do that all comes in the normals? What do Rush and why do? How will do this? What is the function of RAS? Okay. Then RAS activated when blood sodium level decreases, blood volume and blood pressure decreases, glomerular filtration rate of kidney decreases, glomerular hydrostatic pressure decreases. At that time, RAS activated. And what do RAS activated? After that, function of RAS is to increase all. Function of RAS is to increase all. This means blood sodium level increases. Function of RAS. Blood sodium level increases. Blood volume and blood pressure increases. Glomerular hydrostatic pressure increases, glomerular filtration rate increases. This is the work of RAS. But how? Liver that secret angiotensinogen that is made by 443 amino acid. Okay. Liver secrete angiotensinogen, and angiotensinogen that is made by 453 amino acid. Okay, and angiotensin that secretes angiotensin first, and angiotensin first that is made by 10 amino acid. Okay, angiotensin second first that secrete angiotensin second by proteolytic enzyme of lungs. By proteolytic enzyme of lungs. Okay. Angiotensin second. And angiotensin second that is made by 8 amino acid. Okay. And angiotensin second that activate thrust center of hypothalamus. Okay, angiotensin second that activate thrust center of hypothalamus and to narrow efferent arteriole. Okay, and also stimulate secretion of ADH. But who? Angiotensin second that stimulates secretion of ADH and also stimulates secretion of aldosterone and also secretion of aldosterone. Aldosterone that blood sodium level increases, blood pressure, blood volume increases, and also ADH blood volume increases, blood pressure increases, and glomerular hydrostatic pressure also increases. Okay, and activate thrust center of hypothalamus activated by angiotensin second that work is to blood volume increases. To narrow efferent arteriole, blood pressure is increases. Okay, this means when angiotensin second is secreted, after that all will happen. This means first role to increase of all is to of RAS. RAS work is to increase all blood volume, blood pressure, glomerular hydrostatic pressure, glomerular filtration rate, and sodium level, blood sodium level. Okay. Okay. All is increased by RAS. But how? RAS increases liver. RAS activates liver. And liver secrete angiotensinogen and angiotensinogen secrete angiotensinogen first, after that angiotensin second, after that this is the function will happen. Okay, and next point, that is regulation by ANF. Kidney function is regulation by ANF. That is the next point. Okay. Second point, that is regulation of kidney function by ANF. This means ANF, that stands for atrial natriuretic factor, not arterial. Atrial natriuretic factor. Okay. ANF stands for atrial natriuretic factor, and atrial natriuretic factor, it is antagonistic to RAS. RAS work to increase all function, but ANF, atrial natriuretic factor, is to decrease all functions. Okay, this means from arterial wall, when uricles are overstretched at the time, okay, it is antagonistic to RAS, decreases blood sodium level, increases sodium loss with urine, decreases blood volume and blood pressure. This means atrial natriuretic factor, that is antagonistic, means opposite to RAS. Work of RAS to increase everything such as blood pressure, blood volume, sodium ion, blood ion level, and work of ANF, atrial natriuretic factor, that is decrease of everything, that is blood sodium level, blood volume, blood pressure, glomerular filtration rate, glomerular hydrostatic pressure. Okay. Today's topic, that is juxtaglomerular apparatus. Juxtaglomerular apparatus, that is denoted by JGA. Okay, JGA. That stands for juxtaglomerular apparatus. So today's topic, that is the juxtaglomerular apparatus. What is juxtaglomerular apparatus? Okay, if you want to know, if you want to take the knowledge about the juxtaglomerular apparatus, then come on and listen carefully that which I am saying. Okay, juxtaglomerular apparatus, that pump by flowing three type of cells. Okay, first cell, that is juxtaglomerular cell. What is the work of juxtaglomerular cells? A smooth muscle fibers in apparent arteriole. Juxtaglomerular cells, that is a smooth muscle fibers in, fibers means cells. Okay, this is smooth muscle fibers in apparent arteriole present near glomerular release renin. From this matter, from the juxtaglomerular cell, you can understand this matter, that renin, that is secreted by the juxtaglomerular cells. Okay, renin, that is secreted by juxtaglomerular cells. Okay, second cell, that is the macula densa cells. Macula densa cells, that is the columnar epithelium cells. Macula densa cell, that is the columnar epithelium cells in wall of proximal convoluted tubule. Macula densa cell, that is present in wall of proximal convoluted tubule for sensing of blood sodium level. What is the work of macula densa cells? Macular densa cells that is present in wall of proximal convoluted tubule that work is macular densa cells work is sensing of blood sodium level. Okay, sensing of blood sodium level. When blood sodium level forms, then they stimulate juxtaglomeruli for secretion of renin and activation of RAS. Okay. Okay. Third cell, that is the Lassie cell. Lassie cells in interstitial space with unknown function. Lassie cell that is present in interstitial space, its function is unknown. Okay. In the juxtaglomeruli cell, you know this matter that renin is secreted by the juxtaglomerular cells. Macular densa cells that is present in the wall of proximal convoluted tubule, and macular densa cells work is to sensing of blood sodium level. Okay. Third is Lassie cells that is present in interstitial space with unknown function. This means this function is not known. You know good way that how will urine concentrated will happen by the counter current mechanism. Counter current mechanism, that is the process to make urine concentrated. Okay, and now this means today's topic, that is the composition of urine. Okay, what is the composition of urine? Today's we will know. Then first of all, I want to tell you that is the pH of urine, that is 6. Okay, pH of urine that is 6, and it is very necessary matter to know that protein rich diet that decreases the pH of urine. Okay, protein rich diet that decreases the pH of urine, and vegetable rich diet increases the pH of urine. From this line you can understand this matter that pH of urine that is 6, protein rich diet decreases pH of urine, and vegetable rich diet that increases pH of urine. Okay, next, that is the volume of urine. Volume of urine that is 1.5 liter per day. Okay, volume of urine that is 1.5 liter per day, but this volume of urine is increases in diabetes patient. If you are, I am, and others, if that is the patient of diabetes, then in that person volume of urine is increases. Okay, in the normal position, such as you are normal, I am normal, in us and you, me, 1.5 liter per day volume of urine. Okay, that is increases in diabetes patient. Next point, that is the water. This means composition of water, composition of urine. In the urine, not only water is present, but 95% water is present. In urine 95% water present. In that urea, that is 2.5%. Okay, urea is 2.5% and 2.5% is others remaining matter such as ammonia, uric acid, creatinine, hyperic acid, drugs, ions and salts. This amount is 2.5%. This means in the urine composition of water 95%. Okay, 2.5% that is the urea and 2.5% is remaining materials such as ammonia, uric acid, creatinine, hyperic acid, drugs, ions and salts. Okay, last point, that is the color of urine, that is pale yellow. Color of urine, that is pale yellow. Okay, yellow color of urine, pale yellow color of urine, that is due to yellow color of urine, pale yellow color of urine, that is due to urochrome. Okay, urochrome, that is also called urobilinogen. Okay, and urochrome, that is the breakdown product of hemoglobin. Color of urine, that is pale yellow. Pale yellow. Okay, pale yellow color of urine, that is due to urochrome and urobilinogen. Urochrome is also called urobilinogen. This means color of urine is pale yellow due to urochrome or urobilinogen. And urochrome, that is the product of breakdown product of hemoglobin. Okay, urochrome is the breakdown product of hemoglobin. Okay, okay, this means in urine, never forget that is the pH of urine is 6, because this is the very important point. This question has asked in the exams, so never forget this point, that is the pH of urine is 6. Okay, and composition of urine, that is water 95%, urea 2.5%, and in the 2.5% remaining, that is the ammonia, uric acid, okay, salts, uric, creatinine, hyperic acid, drugs, ions. Okay, it is, that is present in 2.5%. Okay, and color of urine, that is pale yellow. Yellow color of urine due to urochrome, and urochrome is also called urobilinogen, and that is the breakdown product of hemoglobin. Okay, why color of urine is yellow? Why? Because due to urochrome. What is urochrome? Urochrome, that is the breakdown product of hemoglobin. Okay, okay, today's topic, that is abnormalities of urine or urination. Abnormalities, that means you know good way, that means E. E means not. Normalities means not normal. Urination, abnormalities of urine. This means if urine is not in normal, urine not happen normal, That is the abnormalities of urine or urination. Okay, first point, that is the anuria. This is the means not. Okay, this means anuria. No anuria, not urea. This means no urination or anuria. That is also called anuria. A means not. This means no urination. In the anuria, urination is not happen. Okay, that term is called, when urination is not happen, that term is called anuria. Okay, it will depend on you that what you study of this. If you study A, this means anuria. If you study O, this means anuria. Okay, this means in the anuria, urination is not happen. Okay, second is oligonuria. In the oligonuria, urination is happen, but in the little amount. Okay, this means little urination. That is the oligonuria. Okay, and third is dysuria. So dyes is painful urination. When painful urination is happened, that term is called dysuria, and also temple urination. Okay, temple urination. That term is called dysuria. Okay, next term, that is the ketosis. That is also called ketonuria. Okay, in this presence of ketone bodies in urine. Presence of ketone bodies in urine, that term is called ketosis and ketonuria. Okay, next, that is the ketone bodies or pyruvate. In the pyruvate, what happens? In these, ketone bodies are formed in liver. Why? Indeed, ketone bodies are formed in liver due to beta oxidation into glucose during prolonged hunger. At the time when you live prolonged hunger, at the time beta oxidation is happening into glucose during prolonged happen. Then what happen if you live prolonged hunger and beta oxidation is happening? That time ketone bodies are formed. Okay, ketone bodies are formed in liver due to beta oxidation. That is also called gluconeogenesis into glucose during prolonged hunger. So what happens? It causes early damage of kidney and acidosis. What is acidosis? Acidosis, that the low pH of blood. Decreases the pH of blood. That term is called acidosis. Okay. So, if you live prolonged hunger, then kidney damage chance increases. This means early damage of kidney and acidosis. pH of blood decreases. Okay. Next, that is the hematouria. Hema means iron. Okay, since presence of blood RBC, hemoglobin in urine is called hematouria. Presence of RBC, hemoglobin. Okay, presence of RBC, this means hemoglobin in urea is called hematouria. Presence of blood in urine is called hematouria. Next, that is the proteinuria. Presence of plasma protein in urine is called proteinuria. All answers is hidden in the terms, that is proteinuria. This means the presence of protein in urine is called proteinuria. Okay. Next, Next point, that is the polyuria. Polyuria, that is excretion of excess amount of urine. Excretion of an excessive amount of urine is called polyuria. Okay, poly, okay, polyuria. So, poly means many. Poly means many. This excretion of an excessive amount of urine is called polyuria. Okay, next term, that is the uriposia. Posia, that is made from the posis. Posis means drinking. This means uriposia, drinking of urine, is called uriposia. Uriposia, urine drinking of urine is called uriposia. Okay. Uropoiesis, production or secretion of urine is called uropoiesis. That is production or secretion of urine is called uropoiesis. What is pyuria? Pyuria, passing pus in urine. Passing pus in urine is called pyuria. Okay, passing pus in urine is called pyuria. Nocturia, urinating at night. Bad waiting. Okay, urinating at night, often because of increased secretion of urine at night, that is called nocturia. Urinating at night, that is nocturia. Okay, what is diuresis? Diuresis, that is the excessive loss of water with urine is called diuresis. Excessive loss of water with urine is called diuresis. Okay. What is natriuresis? Excessive loss of sodium. Excessive loss of sodium with urine is called natriuresis. Okay. Excessive loss of water with urine is called diuresis. Excessive loss of sodium with urine is called natriuresis. Today's topic, that is the excretory diseases. In that, first disease, that is glomerulonephritis. Okay, this glomerulonephritis is made from the two words. First is glomerulo and second is nephritis. Nephritis is made from the nephron word. And you know good way that nephron, that is the unit of kidney. Okay, and itis means inflammation. Okay, so here glomerulonephritis, nephron, this means inflammation due to infection in nephron of glomerulus part of nephron. Infection in the glomerular part of nephron is called glomerulonephritis. Okay, inflammation in glomerular part of nephron due to infection is called glomerulonephritis. What happened in glomerulonephritis? Comes and now. First of all, I want to tell you that glomerulonephritis is the bacterial infection of squamous cells of glomerulus pore size increases. If in the glomerulus, that is a part of nephron, is affected, then what happen in glomerulus? Then in that pore size increases. Glomerulus pore size increases. Then what happens? Symptoms of glomerulonephritis is the hematuria and proteinuria. What is hematuria and proteinuria? You know good way. Hematuria, that is the passing of blood, hemoglobin, with urine is called hematuria, and passing of protein with urine is called plasma protein with urine is called proteinuria. So it is not necessary to tell you, because in the previous classes I told you that what is hematuria and proteinuria. Okay, this is the symptoms. After that, passing of foamy urine with more smell and red. If hemoglobin is passing with urine, then it is necessary that urine is happen red. Okay, so it's passing of foamy urine with more smell and urine, more smell and red. When urine passing with smell is called pyuria. Okay, urine passing with pus, urine gives pus, is called pyuria. Okay, and you know good way that why this urine is red? Due to hematuria, because hemoglobin blood RBC that is present in urine, due to that this urine is red. Okay, this is the glomerulonephritis. So what happens in glomerulitis? Glomerulus pore size increases. So what symptoms? That is the hematuria and proteinuria. You know good way what is hematuria and proteinuria? Passing of hemoglobin with urine is hematuria, passing of plasma protein with urine is called proteinuria. Second is the renal failure. You know good way renal means kidney or failure. This means poor size, poor functioning of kidney. Poor functioning of kidney is called renal failure. Okay, poor functioning of kidney is called renal failure. How we will identify that now I am in poor kidney failure or not? This is now my kidney is working normal, you are poor. How you will identify? So for this, it is necessary to know me that what is the symptoms of this. Then the symptoms of renal failure is weakness, loss of weight, frequent urination in little volume, frequent urination in little volume. Okay, after that ketonuria. ठीक है? The major causes of renal failure is diabetes. Major causes is diabetes. Antibiotics. Major causes of renal failure is diabetes. Antibiotics, analgesics, antipyretics. You know what is analgesics and antipyretics? Yeah. And high blood pressure. Analgesic that relief from pain. We give relief from pain, that is called analgesics. Antipyretic that gives temperature low. This means safe from the fever. Okay, this is the antipyretics. So this is the renal failure. What happened in renal failure? The poor functioning of kidney is called renal failure, and symptoms of renal failure is weakness, loss of weight, frequent urination in little volume, and ketonuria. The major causes of renal failure is diabetes, antibiotics, analgesics, antipyretics, and high blood pressure. This is the major causes of renal failure. Okay. Third, that is the renal calculi. Renal means kidney. Yes. Renal calculi. This means a stone formation in kidney or ureter. Stone formation in kidney or ureter formed by calcium salt. What happened? in renal calculi, stone formation in kidney. Stone formation in kidney or ureter formed by calcium salts. Formed by calcium salts. Mainly salts is calcium oxalate. Okay. Mainly by calcium oxalate. Okay. What happened in renal calculi? What is renal calculi? So renal calculi, that is the stone formation in kidney or ureter by calcium salts. Mainly calcium salt, that is calcium oxalate. Okay. Fourth, that is the diabetes. We should know that diabetes is two types. One is mellitus and other is insipidus. Okay. Mellitus diabetes and insipidus diabetes. Mellitus diabetes, that is happens sweet, and insipidus, that is sweetless. Why happen mellitus diabetes? Due to hyposecretion of insulin. Okay. But insipidus diabetes, that happen due to hyposecretion of ADH. And this ADH, that stands for antidiuretic hormones. Okay. Mellitus diabetes, that is happens sweet, that will happen due to hyposecretion of insulin. And insipidus diabetes, that is sweetless, and insipidus diabetes is happen due to hyposecretion of ADH. Okay. And when diuretic, okay, diuretic means make you urinate of more. Okay. Antidiuretic. Okay. Diuretic means urinate more. Okay. This means ki less ADH, then less reabsorption of water. Okay. Less ADH, less reabsorption of water, then more water in urine. Okay. Less concentrated. When water will happen more in urine, then it is default that urine is not concentrated. This means that urine is dilute. Because amount of ADH is less, the reabsorption of water is less. Due to this, urine is dilute, not concentrated. So, when less secretion of ADH, then insipidus diabetes is happening. Okay, at that time, water reabsorption is less, so urinate is more and more dilute, not concentrated. Okay, you know good way that urine is two types. That is, diabetes is two types: mellitus diabetes and insipidus diabetes. Mellitus diabetes, that is happen due to hyposecretion of insulin, and insipidus diabetes, that is happen due to hyposecretion of ADH.